Hello, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the beginning of summer. It should be here in about a week. I'm stuck in my studio. I've got a cane. I've hurt my foot, but I still want to be productive. So today, I've got a video for you. I'm going to show you how we can record video using OpenShot and a real, very simple set of examples of how to bring in video from your SD card. Once you've loaded onto your computer, you can then go ahead and bring it into OpenShot, and also watch the video towards the end. I'm going to show you how a little trick of how we can record from Spotify, non-copyrighted stuff only, and put it into OpenShot as part of your video creation. So I'll put the description of the I'll put the links for OpenShot and for Audacity, which is the program we'll use to record the audio. So this is something you can do pretty much for relatively cheap, maybe a couple of $100, and this is only for the hardware. All the software that I'm using is open source and it's available for free. There's no strings attached. It's open source and it is free. Um, just gotta follow the rules. And yes, and so then we can go ahead and show you how it's quite simple once you get into the rhythm. But first, we have to start from scratch of how do you take the video, how do you take the audio, how do you put it together, clip the areas you don't want, and make it a nice, smooth transition with some effects and some titles, and post it. You got to try it, right? It is fun. Trust me. We also do need some subscribers, so this will help you, help us, help you, help everyone. So let's just get to it. So first things first, we're going to load up OpenShot, which is available online. Just go to openshot.org, which is the website. Don't go to any other place. It has to be openshot.org. And as you can see, it's simple and free. And you click the download button and select which operating system you're using. I'm using Windows. So after you've gone ahead and make sure you don't click anything else. Make sure you just go straight to um, the operating system you need. After it's done on downloading, then simply open up the download file. And after you've gone ahead and gone through the install process, which is fairly self-explanatory as it steps you the way through, you will open, the OpenShot will open and look like this. Now, what I first recommend is clicking the view and click the simple view. There's a fair amount of complexity in the various different types of things that you can do with OpenShot, but I'm going to go ahead and cover only the basics, which is just to get us started. And so I've gone ahead and prepared a couple of files that is in our vault, which is once you've copied over your SD card over to your computer, then you can just open Explorer and drag the files that you want over onto your OpenShot. Just have to click on the video in question and hold your mouse button down and drag it to the project files in OpenShot. I'm going to drag a couple of them. It may take a few seconds or minutes, depending on how big the file is. And after it's copied over, you can select your other ones that you want. You can do this one at a time, which is kind of what I recommend, because your storyboard fills up in the sequence in which you're adding. Click open. So now what we have is we have our starting image, and we've got a couple of videos. We've also got transitions, effects, and emojis. I don't use those. I just go with the basics. So first is select the first image or video you want. Hold the mouse button down and drag it to the track. Let me maximize this. Okay. And you can zoom in by pressing your control button and scrolling, using your mouse to scroll in, to expand or reduce your view of your entire storyboard. You can also click this scrolling button, and as you can see, that also gives you a view of the entire storyboard, or you can zoom in. So I'm going to put in the video. Now when I drag it into the track, it's automatic. If we drag over the previous image or video, and it will automatically insert a transition. What does that mean? Well, just give it a second here. This blue thing here is a transition, which it randomly chooses one of the ones that are in here. Some of them can get kind of complicated, so let me show you. If we can remove that by right clicking and remove, and let's say we put this in here and we want to put one of these ones. Again, hold your left mouse button down, drag it down, and bring it to cover both. So going back to the project files, you can select video, audio, or image. I like to use show all. Let's go ahead and put in our ending bit. Oh, by the way, before we do that, let's see this layout here. When you right click on any of the content or the pieces, you can do a fade, say fade in slow, and then right click again, fade at the end of the clip, fade out slow. I think the layout's kind of big, so I'm going to right click, change the layout to quarter size, bottom left. But I am going to move it in the middle. And you can do that. You can do that with all of the other things, such as the volume, or sorry, the time. You can make it go faster or slower. You can freeze and zoom. You can change the volume. You can also check properties. Again, there's a lot of detail in here with properties that I don't get into. Maybe later when we're getting into the fine tuning of things. But let's go ahead and add our last clip. Hold the left mouse button down, drag it down to just overlapping the previous one, and we should be good to go. Now we can save the project. Actually, this is one of the things I should have did earlier, to say just make sure we save the project with the project name, and this is the OpenShot project. I'm going to call it how to use OpenShot and save it in my working folder. Hit save. That way, in case I make a mistake, I can always go back and pull up the saved version. Now, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do the YouTube version first, because that's an easier way to bring audio onto your video, background audio, or whatever you want. So let's do that. So with no more talking, let's just go ahead and export this video that we've just created in OpenShot by clicking the export button at the top of the bar. And what we need to do is we're going to export this as an MP4 um, format, because that's what YouTube uses. And we will then be able to upload that MP4 file right into our YouTube channel. Once the window comes in to show you the different kinds of export format, we click profile and go down to web, and then change the target to YouTube. Now YouTube HD is standard. 2K is, I think it's that HD is 1080p. 2K is obviously 2K, 4K and 8K. It's a standard is I think 720p, which is a little bit less than HD. I recommend with HD, unless you've got some really vivid graphics and some really deep colors, and you want that specifics of those scenes to be seen, then go with 2K or 4K. It'll also be a lot longer for it to export, and it'll be a bigger file. So I'm just gonna go with HD, and then we'll click export, and we'll have a coffee and come back. Not almost halfway there. Okay. Yeah, this is where I can go do something else and come back. Okay, well, I've had my coffee, and I've had taken care of a couple of other things, so now we should be ready to upload in a moment. Finally, we are ready now that it's done exporting, which, by the way, just want to mention that I'm using a really old laptop, and you know, if I had a much faster computer, this would be done in minutes. I think this took about 45 minutes. So just for your information. So anyway, since that's done, we can go ahead and close OpenShot, and now we can go ahead and go on to YouTube, and go ahead and open up YouTube Studio. In this case, we're using, of course, H2AA, and as soon as that loads up, then go to Create, Upload Videos, select the file that we just exported from OpenShot, and most likely that will be saved. Select the name of the export, which was how to use OpenShot MP4. Click Open. And let's call this a how to use OpenShot. And make sure it's selected not made for kids. Pick the oh yes, here it is, no altered content, and put in the tags. Stuff that's relevant. Category how to. Click next. Now here we can add cards or And import from video, for example, is an end screen. And we already have some templates pre-selected, and you can select those. In this case, it's our logo and the next best viewer, or you can pick a specific video that you want to show up at the end, such as how about this one? And so that will show up towards the end of the video. Add cards. This, wherever you want to put a card, there's a card is like um, a what do I call it? Like a trigger, some kind of a little thumbnail. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put that in there. So what will there's the tag. So just move that back a little bit. Hit play. Oh yeah, there's that. So it's a hyperlink. It will take you, when you click there, it'll take you to the meditation relaxation playlist. So go ahead and click save here. I think that's about it. And click next. What it's going to do now, it's going to do any copyright checks and make sure that everything's okay. We're going to leave this as unlisted for now because we want it to process. And now it's going to take, looks like about 10 minutes. Yeah, it's going to take about 10 minutes. This is actually longer. It says 10 minutes, but it'll probably be about 3 minutes or so. So good time to pull up a coffee and stay tuned. So it looks like the checking has been done. It's been loaded up and no restrictions, unlisted. And we can go ahead and change the thumbnail if we want. Take a look at what was auto-generated. Not too bad. Okay, I'll leave it. They're about the same. I'll leave it the way it is. It's fine. So now comes the if we want to go ahead and make an edit, we want to go ahead and add audio or music, background music. This is how we use the YouTube Studio editor and the audio library. You come into video, come into editor and click audio. So in this case, we've got 2 minutes and 27 seconds. So we want to fill the storyboard down here for about that time. Here, by the way, this view is showing the video at the bottom, and those are the two tags that are, they're the two screens that end screens that we added. And there's that tag. Was that a tag? No, that was a card. And so 2 minutes and 27 seconds. You can pick through the library. By the way, there's our library here. We can get to that in YouTube Studio at the very bottom. It'll say audio library. That's where you can pick and star them. Once you've starred them, then it'll always appear here for you. But in this case, let me pick, I want to pick this one here. Let's see. That sounds good. I'm going to add the plus sign, and there it comes down there. Now we can adjust the mix volume here. For some reason, this becomes really loud in YouTube. So when there's no background vocal or somebody talking, I just put it about a third of the way. That's loud enough for background. You can play with this for your own preference. Now let's see what this looks like and sounds like. This is where that transition we put in, I don't really like it. It should actually fade into the next screen. That could be easily adjusted as you play with OpenShot. now all we have to do is hit save and confirm the changes, and that should do it. Now the video editing will be in progress, and it'll take a few minutes, and we'll be ready to be changed from unlisted to either scheduled or published. So while it's doing that, remember earlier I said that I can show you a way to add audio right in OpenShot. So that's what we're going to do next. So first thing you need to do is go to audacityteam.org and download Audacity. And once you've done that and installed it on your computer, it will look something like this. And we want to generate a new stereo track. So our video is 2 minutes and 26 seconds, and our audio song is pretty close. So what we're going to do is just zoom in a little bit, control button, and we want to stop it right about there. 227, right about there. So select the rest of this, delete, and I want to take some of this last the last about 2 seconds or so, and click effects, fade out, and that will sound like perfect. And from here, now remember we made this from Spotify. It's non-copyrighted, but we can go ahead and export this file as an MP3. I forget what it was called. Yeah, so it was called Time, performed by MKJ. I just gone to the credits in Spotify, and then come back down to Audacity, and we called it Time. We're saving it in the same folder we saved the video on. I like to promote the artist, even though it's non-copyrighted. It's better to do that because they deserve it. That's a good tune, and I'm not sure how the industry treats non-copyright, but they should get paid. So that's exporting now over as a MP3, because it's audio. Once that's done, we can go ahead and close Audacity, can close Spotify. Now we're back in OpenShot. Here we can go ahead and hit the plus button and find the file we just saved, which is Time, and we saved it in the working folder of the library. Here it is there, Time. You can either double click or click it once and hit open. And there's same thing, hold the left mouse button down and drag it down. And we start this from the beginning. And it might be a little bit choppy here because I'm recording audio video at the same time as playing.
Can't buy me happiness. All I need is you here with me. And I need you more than this, 'cause your love sets me free. I don't want to look back on this life we said with regret. I don't want to look back on this life we said with regret. your breath.